The Nigeria under-17 women's football team, the Flamingos, are doing so well for Nigeria in India, and the Nigerian football fraternity is very much behind them. This is Sports Reel on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. As always, we're reaching you from the ever-beautiful Moshood Abiola National Stadium here in Abuja. I call it Mansa. On the reel today, we'll be bringing to you the latest from the camp of the Nigeria under-17 girls, the Flamingos, as they bid to seal a final ticket in the 2022 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in India. And of course, we'll be talking about the senior women's national team, the Falcons, who now know their opponents for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. We'll also talk about the men's under-23 team, the Olympic team, who will be hosting Tanzania in the second leg of their qualifying encounter for the under-23 AFCON. We'll also talk about so many interesting sports stories in Nigeria and beyond. So, as you can see, it's a total package. So, you're welcome. And beyond. So, as you can see, it's a total package. So, you're welcome. And beyond. So, as you can see, it's a total. So, you're welcome. Total package. So, as you can and beyond. And see, it's a total. So, you're welcome. Total package. All right, straight to business. Let's begin with the 2022 FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup in India. As the Nigeria Under-17 women's team, the Flamingos are intensifying training in the Indian city of Goa ahead of Wednesday's semi-final clash with Colombia. Coach Bankole Oluokere-led side recorded a famous win over the American opponents in the quarterfinals to make an unprecedented appearance in the semi-finals. And of course, for Colombia, they ousted one of Africa's representatives in the form of Tanzania. For Wednesday's game, the players and the coach of the team are already talking tough. They say they will not be carried away by their victory over America, but they are battle ready for their South American opponents. So, we're wishing the Flamingos all the best in Wednesday's game. Come on, let them get the ticket to the final. Now, let's bring to you more when it comes to the campaign of the Flamingos in India and, of course, the preparation of the Super Falcons of Nigeria for the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. With Osereme Inegbenebo, who is standing by with today's edition of the MTN Super Falcons show.
So we get started with the Super Falcons. That goes deep in. Oh, fantastic header!
Roller. Masaku through to Bello. Can't get that. Nigeria with a penalty. Foul here by Ella Emery. Adafe to take. 1-0 Nigeria. Progress. Emmanuel. Cut out by Martino. He's probably seen more of the ball than anybody else. This is Gamero. Gamero with the touch through. And driven across goal, and the USA had the equaliser. Adafe!
Still in high spirits from the Flamingos qualification to the FIFA Under-17 Women's World Cup, we have qualified to the semi-finals. This is the first time in history, and we are super excited for these young ladies, and we'll be rooting for them all the way. And we'll most certainly be back here at home with lots of cake for these ladies and the coach. Now, in case you do not know where you are, this is the Super Falcons show, proudly brought to you by MTN. And my name is Osereme Inegbenebo. On today's show, we'll bring you some of the happenings from Saturday's draw in New Zealand, Auckland, where the Super Falcons have been drawn in Group B for the FIFA 2023 Women's World Cup. But now we go on a quick break, and when we come back, it will be showtime. You are still locked on to the Super Falcons show. And just before we went on the break, we told you that we're going to take you through Saturday's happenings. Well, now we're going to take a trip to Auckland, where the FIFA president, Gianni Infantino, as well as other dignitaries and the Deputy Prime Minister, Grant Robertson, were welcomed by a traditional ceremony called Po Firi to commence the journey of the FIFA 2023 Women's World Cup. Let's take a look.
There will be 32 countries playing, 64 matches. The last Women's World Cup in France had 1.2 billion viewers all over the world, and 2 co-hosts from 2 different continents. This will be, dear friends, the best and greatest FIFA Women's World Cup ever. We will have 1.5 million people watching the matches in the stadiums, beautiful stadiums and beautiful cities. And we will have 2 billion viewers from all over the globe, which will be united through football in your beautiful land.
Well, you heard that right. We'll be expecting 2 billion people to be watching this game. It is set to be the biggest Women's World Cup ever. Now, remember that this conversation doesn't end here. Follow us across all social media platforms at MTNNG on Instagram and Twitter. It's MTN Nigeria on Facebook and YouTube. And of course, our very own Super Falcons show on Instagram. Now, moving on, in this very short clip, we take a look as Desiree Ellis speaks about the African groupings. We take a look at how she talks about some of the African countries going into this World Cup. Let's take a look.
I think when you look at the groups, there's no easy group really. I think you look at Nigeria group. I think it's also reasonable. They've got the host Australia. They also have Republic of Ireland, who are there for the first time. You look at Zambia's group, Spain, coming back for I think the third time, as well as Japan. So I don't think it's easy, and I don't think it's difficult draws, but I think it's reasonable. Look, this is our second successive World Cup. I think the big achievement for us would be to get out of the group. If you look at the teams in the group, like I said, it's a reasonable draw. But we need to make sure that we plan and prepare really well and hope to achieve our target of getting out of the group. You know, if you want to get out of the group, you got to win some games. And our first game is against Sweden. We've played them many times before. This time around, they're ranked number 2 in the world. So we really have to plan and prepare really well and make sure that we get a good start.
2023 couldn't come any sooner. Fingers crossed, we are rooting for the Super Falcons all the way. And of course, we're also still rooting for the Flamingos as they play Colombia tomorrow in hopes to secure a ticket to the finals of the Under-17 Women's World Cup. And that's the much we can take on the Super Falcons show for today. Remember that this show airs every Tuesday, 9 a.m. right here on NTA. And of course, you can catch up on the show on MTN's Ayoba app. My name is Osereme Inegwenebo, and it's bye for now. On MTN's Ayoba, and it's bye for now. My name is Osereme Inegwenebo. And it's bye for now. My name is Osereme Inegwenebo on MTN's Ayoba, and it's bye for now. My name is Osereme Inegwenebo on MTN's Ayoba.
It's still Sports Reel on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. Now, let's talk men's football. The Nigeria Under-23 men's football team, the dream team, or you call them the Olympic Eagles, got a crucial 1-0 away draw to Tanzania last weekend in the first leg of their qualified encounter for the Under-23 Africa Cup of Nations. And of course, Success Makonjola, the team captain, got Nigeria's only goal. And in case you didn't see that encounter, here you have it. Cup of Nations. That encounter, and in case you didn't see that 23 Africa Cup of Nations, here you have only goal. Got. And in case you didn't see that Africa Cup of Nations, here you have it. Nigeria's only goal. Got. And in case you didn't see the Africa Cup of Nations, here you have it. Counter, Nigeria's only goal. And in case you didn't see the 23 Africa Cup of Nations, here you have Nigeria's counter. And in case you didn't see that 23 Africa Cup of Nigeria's only goal. At a counter. And in case you didn't see that 23 Africa Cup of Nigeria's only goal. At a counter. And in case you didn't see that, you have it. 23 Africa Cup of Nigeria's only goal. Captain, here you have it. And in case you didn't see that 23 Africa Cup of Nigeria's only goal. Captain, got. And in case you didn't see that. Captain, got. And in case you didn't see that. Captain, got. And in case you didn't see that. Nigeria's only goal. Captain, got. And in case you didn't see that. Here you have it. Nigeria's only goal. Captain, got. 23 and in case you didn't see that. Here you have it. Nigeria. Captain, got. Nigeria's only goal. Captain. Captain. Nigeria's only goal. Here you have it. Captain. Nigeria's only goal. And in case you didn't see that. Here you have Nigeria's only goal. Got 23 Africa Cup of Nations. And in case you didn't see that. Here you have it. Nigeria's only goal. 23 Africa Cup of Nations. Here you have it. And in case you didn't see that. Nigeria's only Africa Cup of Nations. Got. Here you have it. And in case you didn't see that. 23 Africa Cup of Nations. Captain. Nigeria's got. Here you have it. And in case you didn't see that. Nigeria's here you have goal. It. Captain. Got 23 Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria's only goal. Here you have Captain. It. Got. Captain. Here you got have it. Nigeria's only 23 Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria's only goal. Here you Captain. Have it. Got 23 Africa Cup of Nations. Nigeria's here only you have goal. It. Captain. Got 23 Africa Cup of Nations. Here you Captain. Have it. Got 23 Africa Cup of Here you have it. 23 Africa Cup of Here you have it. Here you have it. 23 Africa Cup of Nations. 23 Africa Cup of Nations. Here you have it. 23 Africa Cup of Nations. 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 'What a game there. And do not forget that the Olympic Eagles will be hosting Tanzania in Ibadan on Saturday in the return leg of that fixture. So we're wishing them all the best. All right, let's leave Nigeria now and go to Europe, where we'll be having the next round of matches in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. And of course, we've got the fixtures for you. Having the next round of matches in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. And of course, we've got the fixtures for you. We're having the next round of matches in the group stage of the UEFA Champions League. And of course, we've got the fixtures for you. Round of matches in the group stage of the UEFA, having the next UEFA Champions League. And of course, we've got the fixtures for you. group stage of the UEFA having the next, and of course we've got the group stage of the UEFA round of matches, and they'll be having the next, and of course we've got the group stage of the UEFA round of matches, and of course we've got the group stage. We'll be having the next round of matches, and group stage of the UEFA, and of course we've got the having the next. Away from football now, let's talk athletics, as more than 100 budding athletes drawn from different parts of the country participated in a two-day talent hunt program here at the Moshood Abiola National Stadium, Abuja. The program, which is aimed at discovering and nurturing sports talents, featured 8 sports.
If every Nigerians believe to invest in athletics, they've done well, because you can see the life of Toby Amuso and Esobrumi. You can see how better they are doing. Investments were made with them and they are doing better. So I believe that those people out there try and invest in athletics or in sports, and you see the best you can see.
If we can be able to be getting more competition like this during the Golden League and the Classic, people will enter shape.
We're getting to the end of the show, but you know the drill. Sports Reel is never complete without sports tidbits, which is the aggregation of trending sports stories around the world. So let's have it.
We begin tidbits with basketball, where LeBron James missed a jump shot at the buzzer as the Los Angeles Lakers' losing start to the NBA season continued with defeat by the Portland Trail Blazers. Damian Lillard scored 41 points for Portland in a 106-104 win, with Jeremy Grant making a driving layup with seconds left on the clock. James led the Lakers with 31 points, 8 rebounds, and 8 assists. The Lakers are 0-3 down for the season for only the second time since James' arrival prior to the 2018-2019 season. In cricket, Amanda Jade Wellington equaled our record for the best women's Big Bash League figures as Adelaide Strikers beat Melbourne Renegades. Australia leg spinner Wellington took 5-8 as the Renegades were bowled out of 101 in the 28th over. She took the same figures for Strikers against Brisbane Heat last year. Strikers then chased down their total for the loss of 2 wickets with 3 overs to spare. Opener Deandra Dottin finished unbeaten on 55. To football, Sporting Lisbon boss Ruben Amorim is one of the main contenders to succeed Steven Gerrard as Aston Villa manager. Gerrard was sacked last Thursday after less than a year in charge following a 3-0 defeat by Fulham. The 37-year-old Amorim has a reported 10 million release clause at the Portuguese club, and it is understood Villa have held talks with his representatives. Aston Villa, however, have other contenders despite the strong interest in the former Portugal midfielder. Amorim has emerged as one of the most highly rated young coaches in Europe after his work with Sporting. And in tennis, Jessica Pegula won her first WTA 1000 title with a straight set victory over Maria Shakari at Guadalajara Open, Mexico. The 28-year-old American needed just 70 minutes to wrap up a 6-2, 6-3 win over a Greek opponent, and as a result rises to number 3 in the world ranking.
Super excited to finally get a big title next to my name. I think that was something I really wanted this year, and I kept saying was one of my goals. So to be able to accomplish it.
Pegula now has 41 main draw match victories, this season. Finally, in golf, Rory McIlroy returned to the top of the world rankings for the first time in more than 2 years by retaining his Cup title in South Carolina. The Northern Irishman claimed a one-shot win at the Congaree Golf Club, shooting a 4 under par 67 to finish the tournament on 17 under. American Kurt Kitayama also hit 67 on Sunday and briefly drew level with McIlroy thanks to a birdie at the 12th. However, McIlroy made 3 straight birdies of his own to pull clear. There are the tidbits for now. I am Larry Bileyi.
And with sports tidbits, we've come to the end of Sports Reel. And I want to thank you for riding with us. Let me remind you again that for unlimited sports content, enter Sports 24 on Star Times, StarSat, and Free TV is the best option. Till next time I'll be back on the show, I will always tell you, be yourself and please stay out of trouble. I'm Bade Adeleye, and it's bye for now. I always tell you, be yourself and please stay out of trouble. I'm Bade Adeleye.